CTV Ghana's #1 so any premo ato ebraso se sama hodwa yensa ka no begibre na be de esomo se ewia premto breka se bo CTV eso kai se kase bo no yes to me live on Facebook and so at my CTVG follower na wa like Facebook pia share ne so e de ama obi na ono so enye bi ahwe oko YouTube no so so ho so no yes to me ho live ho mo dia se obe subscribe be e de ama ni nyina no e my CTVG ensema hodwa me de esomo no ya hwe ba ko mienu bia obete e wo kase bo no emu Ghana man His Excellency John Dramani Mahama bo amane se contractors ahodo a ye de akwan ahye wo mo nsa ye aban no e de wo mo ka no woden hye egu akwan mo se beye na obetimi etua saka nyina no e de ama wo mo na wonsem fufuro emu no arehosem ye abeto ye pono so e kyerese akwatia mra hye badwani wonimonyamfo Ernest Yakumi na kyerese waka enchini egu ya we no aye arehosem e de ama ebusua ene mra hye badwafo wakase ebokro emu no ye do ebeko enkrofo kro ene enkrofo amai eso na nsama ho de twegu hor so no ye de asomo ebusanfo ensem no ebika we humesre se obegibre na mbede asomo se ewia premto breka se bo manye no akin ene medin ewie yi mene ochiame mema waha Mamena se afeisei ena esem no emu enchremonom etie Ghana man His Excellency John Dramani Mahama bo amane se contractors ahodo a ye de contract ahodo ahye wo mo ense ye wo ye akwan ahodo wo man no emu ye aban no de wo mo eka no woden hyepa egu akwan mo se beye na obetimi etuetua wo saka ni nyina na ma wasanso ahyase aye akwan no edum na enu ada wo Jubilee House na wode ensemi etudwa.
With regards to the issue you raised about payment to contractors, payment is about to start from the end of this month. The Minister of Finance has put some money aside to begin to clear the arrears of contractors. So I'm sure that some of the contractors who have been working on your projects will be paid so that they can go back on site and continue their work. He's prioritizing payments to road contractors because several of the road contracts have stalled and slowed down. And as you're aware, some people have threatened to demonstrate on the Ofanko Road on Saturday. And so getting the contractors to go back to site and continue work as quickly as possible is one of the priorities of government.
July bosumende toso enson ye nada na arehosemi esiye na domkuma ba no deni odemonyamfo Alexander afenyo maken na wode nsemi etu dwabra rahye bedwafo ekwasetena na wodi omodada adwuma we abeka ho bie ama rahye bedwafo etu omasetena no esensen kakra de kopem July bosumende toso wotwe.
This morning we were informed that one of us has been summoned to the parliament above. Quite regrettable for me to be the carrier of this message to this august house. Speaker, the member was seen over the weekend, hale and hearty, was able to undertake his committee work, and prior to that, we all saw him at the plenary. The Speaker, this member is a young politician from the eastern region, his first term in this chamber, who carries with him a lot of promise to contribute to the discourse of this our democratic enterprise. Speaker, it took his resilience to come to this august assembly of the people's representatives. He was determined to serve his people for the term he was elected to serve. Mr. Speaker, the caucus of the NPP minority has been struck by this sudden summons to our brother to the parliament above, referring to our brother Ernest Komi of Akwetia.
Sansem ne mono eyadese dom kuma banu deni onmonyamfo Alexander Afenyu Makin ene dom dudo banu deni onmonyamfo Mahama Yariga afenru nyina no ekọ benkurum ansana wotu asetena no ede asensen.
Honorable Speaker, definitely and arguably this is one of the saddest days of this house. Like he said, I saw on the platform some publication to the effect that we had lost our younger brother, Honorable Ernest Kumi. But I didn't believe it. I just thought, no, in this our politics, sometimes people put out all sort of things. So I just thought it was. And then I got another message that said, leader is serious, it's true. It's published by Joy News and other credible news platforms. And I really was saddened by the development. Very young, just a little over 40 years. Very bright, as minority leader has presented vividly. Within a short period, he had strung a number of degrees in diverse fields of study.
Akwetia mrashe bodweni onmonyamfo Ernest Yakumi ya wonyan ba bi kro ewoyi abo eye mrashe bodwafo ene ebusua nyina pusa namso ama wamo ede yankonsem akọ ede amano.
His entry into parliament, that was the very first, the midnight of the 6th of January, for the first sitting of parliament. You are aware of the odious task had to perform, and his relentless efforts, his persistence, to identify with the institution of parliament against all the odds, having reminded him of the consequences of that action, and yet he was ready to bear the burden that follows.
He was my mate in the law school. We used to learn together. He's a very good friend of mine. When he decided to join parliament at the time that I was also lacing my boots in Old Trafford. At the same time, unfortunately for him, he could not make it. But he was fortified in his thought that he would join parliament as I did. By God's grace, he was able to join us on the as far as the 9th parliament is concerned. Unfortunately for him, he did not settle for Ghanaians to see the kind of intelligence that he has. But let's see what happens.
Na ene ino kopie mu ewo ne mpeso ane so hono mu a adehye ya wo mu ewo mpeso ane so hono mu echemu ese no nyamfo Ernest Yakumi ya wonya bebe kro no nipa bi a se ye ka eye okanini papa na chese wodanso pa ewo mu esa ne so bon homodi yi pa afi so se wode wo hawo anaso amane bi etu nanimu a entempa na wahwe aso ano ede ama ne sente nde ya okro no ade se ebe ha wo mo pa
the final year of law. And I'm so yada nyanko pase. Enti wakachira me no meka say you free Supreme Court will be do krom ano. Me hunu anasa ni na sha one on one na meboa. Se si ha efie mu na ho no. Abo wono na yede na ye ofa. Abo nya me gino me ye ofa. No ofa ni mpompa na me. Bet na chi no ye ni obi a. Ti ye besre titru MPP amandoku no. Kroma ya department ejinani Sofia obi MPP wunya ndi ya fere da pa mamu ba wunya MPP amandoku se omi to mani be bɛyɛ 12:30 mu ɛna mi di dwa ti bi du ko na maame bi yɛ kɔ na mi kɔ bi sa na ade ɔtiem pɛpɛ na ɔsi yɛwu o yɛnkyi yɛwu ɛna mi si ade wɔ se yɛ ɔna buawu ɛna sewu na mi si ɔsi bɛ ɔyare ɔsi it's a 12 one the one and after I am a party. I feel about the man who fear any big war. The man almost carry almost say, and I say, with the other 8 would be a cool one. I am young year. If it's a jolly, be yelling on the day, won't pass me and share on a boy. Hospital, I didn't know, I call up, that's the general, and that's the way you move, and that's the way you move.
Course one ho ebomu ebie na Greater Accra Regional Police Command Superintendent Juliana Obeng ene ensemtwe for ekasaye edensem sei etudwa.
That's by extending an appreciation to all of you for honoring our invitation at this short notice for the press briefing this morning. We have called you here today to the Regional Police Headquarters to present an official update to you regarding a matter of serious concern, a suspected case of murder. As always, we value your work in informing the public responsibly, and we are committed to sharing accurate and verified information while safeguarding the integrity of ongoing investigations. We ask for your cooperation, understanding, and professionalism as we go through the details and take your questions thereafter. We are to take note that this press briefing is streaming live on TikTok at Accra Region Today and on the Ghana Police Service Facebook, Ghana Police Service. Once again, we want to say thank you for coming here to the Regional Police Headquarters for this important press briefing. So, suspects arrested in fatal shooting of a Queen Mother at a naming ceremony in Bawe. The Accra Regional Police Command has arrested a key suspect in the fatal shooting incident that occurred on the 19th of June 2025 during a naming ceremony at Bawe Zero, a suburb of Accra, which resulted in the death of a Queen Mother, Pearl Na Dodua Weteka, and caused injury to another attendee. Our investigation so far has established that during the event, which was organized by Ibrahim Ni Ayi Kwashi Solomon, it was attended by other traditional rulers and Asafu groups. Now, at about 7 p.m. on the day of the incident, some individuals armed with locally manufactured weapons began firing indiscriminately. One of the shooters, later identified as Gilbert Awuni alias Starboy, allegedly aimed and fired his weapon at close range, striking Pearl Na Dodua Weteka, 33-year-old Queen Mother of Papase, killing her instantly. Another victim, Priscilla Na Ayele, who is 38 years and a trader, was also shot in the chest and is on admission at the University of Ghana Medical Center, thankfully in a stable condition. Further details has established that the suspect had consumed sopolo, which we suspect was laced with some narcotic substances at the ceremony before the incident happened. Now, after realizing that he had committed the crime, that is Starboy, he fled the scene on a motorbike with his friend known as Oxygen, and sought refuge in Asokore, a suburb in the Ashanti region. Acting on intelligence from the Accra Regional Police Intelligence Team, a team was dispatched and moved swiftly to Asokore, where we arrested Gilbert Awuni alias Starboy. He's 21 years and an Okada rider and a resident of Denchwa here in Accra. He has confessed to the crime during interrogation that he fired the weapon in display under the influence of alcohol and fled the scene thereafter. Efforts are underway to recover the firearm which he claimed to have discarded after the incident. Meanwhile, the event organizer, Mr. Ibrahim Ni Aikwashi Solomon, was earlier arrested and admitted to instructing the use of firearm at the event.
CTV Ghana's #1 so no follow yen our Facebook and so at my CTVGH we like here na we pia share so e de ma obi na wono so enye bi atwe ento ansem ne so na yenko enimo e wo blessing na omo na yenko brem not mensi no emo na abeto dwa se galamsey tuo agent re ha pa e wo brain notes ene the important one am so ama ene no e mapa e na won ho e kire wo mo na e meya wo mo e wo brem not en person so wono mo e kire mo Essuman enura hodo a wodi etu galamsey nintie no na chese akoka wo nsu ahodo a wo enom ne se wuche nei no se wo mo ekwa wo so a ene wo che bibi se miscarriage na chese unu 9 months kra na abofra na baye no e ba kra e bia na abofra no wa nye yesa so na nyare ahodo ebi etese hypertension malaria ne ade na wo e kire e ma wo mo e wo brem dot ne se ntade srade e na wode to empanifo ne mo sempanifo na ntwa mani e behwe wo mo na wonye bibi emfa okase no e de emu enchim ema
effect nya wo yeso e blasting na omo ye no chemicals no e ma yinsan a esai mi se manyinsan 2 times ni nyina asai because of chemicals no yeso ye no monye ni nyina ye polluted enti ye ma ne so no yeso ye effect a yenya eno no
ayenya awo sa ai ensusan so ni mo ne se typhoid yare bebre to ate se awe embata mu hanam yenya sika mfen pedro e ma no e se yenya adwuma nyenti e ma na e se yenya adwuma ni biye na ma meme yi a yenso yaji na ma ye ma mu hanam no ye mpata mu hanam no yenso no yetimi ayede yetina yenya nsan adwuma ye na yesua mi se mesua machine 3 se mo mo aye na yenya adwuma ni binye eda mase.
Yes. So we are imagining say amom the if persuasion fails, force must be applied. And so no ye any bibia ka choro me mom up to Monday no bibia ma de na odwan ho ma odebechi.
No be na kumanchi.
No be kwa na kuanchi. Boss ya.
No be
North ene the important more na that's why so e wo galamsey ensem na emo na enam galamsey eto inti na beto dwa se communities ana se nkro be edu ene ya ka se no ho aka ne se hu nti no adohye e de so eye Zegin mining company ni mo so ma wo mo e kopem ejoda se wo mra na wo me bibi emfa na se mpo no wo ne wo mo emesi nkonwa na wonkasa emfa wo hawa wo de abre wo mo no ehu
Emebu a omobe north ewe mantemu Essuman mining company e wo se onfa emebu ni bi adwuma mu no omo e temo omo kan kasa Essuman mining company hu anso e kamia ye se omo ekromafo emebu no a omo mpo wo mo mfa wo mo adwuma mu no matimi aye adwuma na nya bibi e de akoma no na mom ahoho no mo fo mo de wo mo eye adwuma na omo chese omo bonkrofo ye chi ananso ebesi na wo mo nte wo hwe enenti enedwa days omo ante hwe emfi wo mo ha omo nkasa de mra ebe hye omo nsem no maye ne sese omo ye
ye chia won no omo mfa buo amma the youth of these communities, the 10 affected communities. Oman fe buo ama yen. Oman fa yen se sebi yen kolebi ane gu ha. Imwaye omo de bre yen enu nie. Sebi as a reputable company like Zegin. Obi ansa en chassis. Emaye hu ne se enkrata ye kura yen. Enimu eye fake. And the youth of the 10 mining communities enye ye mazenjin efi na ekoka juada awia se mu aya bebi amra ne da no ye de be na mensama mi kire mu nyina ne se sa MRI omode aba be hye hoyi omudi the 10 affected communities no enya se wo ye local na wo tworo e de kɔ na ohwohwo e tworo e de ba ye for ohwohwo no wo na wo ye local no ne ye de MRI e failiu enti enne de due ya ye wo hoyi se wo Zenjin company mu ho almost about 98% of workers e ho nyina e ya ohwohwo
eno achi omo sign the to us say e kamia ye say omo ne sansi J mining company yi omo ntem enye enti omo de omo twen say enne be kwa wie na so omo nte ahwe a omo nkasa omo betu omo hofo
company na ba no yan kase company no emfiri ha ne mom de nyina be say e kan say ye hia adwuma enipa ya adwuma ya na ma busia eni ya den age mema bebre ha no ma enne omo ye no ma wo hwe adwuma na owo no ba en benya sika na wo de agi oba na ono ne na bre wa hanom no obi anso mpa bre obre ya se adwuma na ye pe na ba ko so ye kan se adwuma no kura mpo na ye kan se ye pe no condition that to ne se oba ten community hanom a enyama ye suan pa ye nsa no dwuma adwuma ne ba na omo se ye nsuan ho adwuma enu nti no omo mfa ye 15 years now na me adom se ko suan machine no atwi ene ema na ye ne kan ho asem no mpata mu anu nipa bia ba apply for so obesuan machine ntubia no na ye na free because sa emara no aba be ade a ye di yi locals ade afri ha anu ntina say wa okọ obi ya mfa report bia ama wo say e bia uti ana oto ana onan na ya wo ya eno say ka cho say emara aferi wu asa be akọ pe bia akọ tena anu nti de ka nya no say atim ha no mo de ya kan say employment anu pa ni ade ya pe jumanum na yafo see your mom after Monday anti bibia e wo ya ngasa yo ta hankwa no abade a blasting no onya effect e wo so o don lay bia no matantan bia kwaso ha no bia no obi a wo ba bi anya ho ensanso sabi mfuturo a ekwaso ha no ye hia no enko obi a wo akiri so enti so obusa me say ya pe 80-20 ya pe 100%.
na asasemi mono eyade so no nyafo Collins aduma ko anasa Collins aduma go a woye deputy ranking member on energy oba mane e trese wo mampeni dada nana adodan kwekufu ado apenso e na wonya asafa ngode se hunti no ye wabaso bobi dia wono e na yemfa emano
na the ministry of energy ba motin boy mane se fangu bia na ye tu dada edumre bia potokase be kase commercial level na omokata no de bae no unfortunately no omo ntimi acknowledge effort previous government enunti enne omo ba mu within 7 months no omedru this particular announcement the feel say as a minority near say ye the records no eto omo obi ehunu edwuma pa na adodan kwakufu ado one na ban tababu ba omia ene na pamfo omo no ministry of energy enne yetimi edru baby ayedru. In fact in 2019 when ENI for discover fangoyi ewo Cape 3 Point. In fact IBAN let me get the right figures for you. The Akuma, the friend of Akuma any IBAN discoveries meaning is year with 2021. And sign this petroleum agreement appraiser omuye nyina abanda de on the year the betu ye nim class on person joint appraiser it's say the practice has been said there no one particular well on the one particular appraiser they say na aban person quicken the process need to know the momo approval kwam we joint appraiser for the two wells it did you see last week near a normal practice within the industry say aban ema wakonya na wo start ye appraiser na wo du baby a wo do commercial level a announcement keke and on bebo aban no amane say aduma pa sebe bandada ni twemu ebo aye ma aye na de bebi aye duro no it me announce say e commercial tina ye feel say ye nuanom o maba abam within just 7 months no we acknowledge the effort that the previous government government is a
ye ko kasi abo no e won krofokro amai eso na abeto dwa se eja ato eye telecom company building bi mo e wono manu adanam so ama nipa makomako edu enan e na wo mo eprepre mo de ne paaye a enye asem kuma we na so ama ye kase no internet enye adwuma e wo hono mo afesu mobile phone services ahodo enye adwuma e wo hono mo na apomudi adwuma ye fa wo mo e wo Egypt man mo e na wode ensemi e de betu dwa wo kire mo ayade ase nipa du na yi no wo mo eje erhye wo ersabia e wo Cairo man no emu aha ena mede area prem to breakfast here bono abc kaisi on Facebook and so at my CTVGH follower na like a Facebook pia share this obi na wono so enye bi ahwe Kisdo fashion and a pamatade e de ema me Kisdo fashion e wo Essuman me patcho pamatade bia bi nto de an say wo de won toma wo kente wo lazy ahodo ebeko na wapam e de am Kisdo e wo number yi eso 0547696217 Kisdo wo number yi so a obejo so fe manye no waking eni midin madase ama mo eni sha yedinkra